When Ant-Man went up Thanos' butt.
Yeah, this might sound biased, but I have to say there's a moment when all the ladies get a really, really, really badass moment, and that was pretty cool to watch. And you expect it, you hope for it, but just to see them all just in a row, you know, just really chills, just totally chills.
Oh man, the big battle at the end, that was awesome. Like everybody just showed up out of nowhere, just everybody teleported back to the big battle. Yeah.
All of it.
All of it.
The Stanley cameo.
What, for me, there were a couple of big standout spots for me. One, seeing everybody show up on that battlefield at that last moment. I especially love when all of the women Avengers all came out together and fought alongside each other. But I mean, for me, when Falcon made his return on the battlefield, and that last scene when Cap handed that shield over to him, and everybody knew it was going to be either Falcon or Bucky, and Bucky was the one who told Falcon, "You need to go over there and talk to the man." And Falcon looked back at him like, "Are you sure?" When he handed him the shield, Bucky was like, "Nah, that's you, man."
I think the part where Doctor Strange comes in and drops everybody in Thanos' face when he realizes, oh fuck.
Watching Captain America pick up Thor's hammer, I'm like, I may need to change my underwear. What just happened?
Sad, because it's the end. No more Avengers. Like at least from this phase.
You wanna go?
Yeah.
I'm a huge Pepper Potts fan and cosplayer, and I was a complete mess. Just complete mess for like the last third of the movie. Just complete mess.
And my favorite gave him a heart attack earlier in the movie already, so.
It was an amazing movie. It was just amazing. I mean, it didn't even seem like 3 hours. They flew by.
I felt like it was a good place for Tony to end. Because Robert Downey's getting old, let's be real. He's not getting any younger. He's getting old, and it was a perfect send-off with him having a daughter and like that family. Like it's sad because like you've ever been there, like that's a sad moment. But there were so many good scenes in that film, like so many, where you were just like, that's the moment. All those things I've been waiting for. As a comic book reader myself, like the Hydra Cat moment in the elevator, I lost it.
Okay, so for me, it was a great send-off, but I don't think it was just for Tony, because you watched basically the end of Captain America. You watched him hand off the title, hand off the role.
So it's not the end.
But it is the end of
Steve's era.
Steve's era. He's passed the torch on.
The legacy will live on though.
I think more space-geared stuff is where we're headed for sure, with Guardians and Captain Marvel and everything like that. So it'll be cool to maybe bring in like some other Celestials and kind of go in that direction.
The Eternals, where they're going.
So.
Justin Hammer on Disney Plus. There's a full Justin Hammer series. That's what I'm looking forward to. And maybe a new Hulk movie.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
I don't know, man. I'm guessing it's gonna be some new Avengers, but I don't know. I don't know.
You have a new Captain America that they can start fresh with. You got you have a Captain Marvel who is more powerful than anybody else going in, and she can really be a star figure on that stage like Iron Man was, for the previous, 11, however many years and however many movies, and then not to mention the fact that they got the rights now to the Fantastic Four and the X-Men. Oh my goodness!
I want to know the movie.
I want to see. Okay, I know. Yes.
X-Men. I want them. Put them in an Avenger film. That's what I want.
I would very much like to see them make A-Force. I would like to see what happens as the rest of the team has to get used to the new captain.
I would like to see a few more of the X-Men origin stories, such as Storm. However, if they do that like a direct-to-video animated thing with that, I wouldn't mind that. But if we actually get a theatrical release out of that, that would be a cool thing to see too.
From Captain Marvel, I'm looking to see Photon show up. Now that Monica Rambeau, who was like 10 or 11 in her movie, would be in her early to mid 30s now, perfectly ready to become a superhero in her own right with those powers from the comic book.
I definitely want to see a Captain America movie with Falcon. with Winter Soldier maybe like trying to be
TV
on the
show.
good side. Yeah, it's a TV show, but I want to see a movie. I don't want to just see a show. I also would like to see like where they go as far as female characters, because Miss Marvel is well known, Captain Marvel is well known, but it's like, what are they going to do with her next now?
To see young Avengers showing up.
Yes.
Like, I want to see what happens with all of this we see in the movie of Hawkeye's daughter learning how to shoot.
Kate, yep.
Because she becomes Hawkeye at some point. I want to see I want to see the rest of the next generation
I want
show
Kate
up.
Bishop so bad.
There you go. There you go.
Yep.